I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Dean Sysman. He is co-founder and CEO at Axonius. Dean, it is wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me. It's great.
Now, before we get started, I want to say to our viewers, quick note, this interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. All right, so Dean, tell me about Axonius.
Axonius is what we call the cybersecurity asset management company. We got started about 5.5 years ago, and since then we've been one of the fastest growing companies in the cybersecurity sector. We're even recently picked as the third fastest growing company in North America by the Deloitte Fast 500.
Wow, well, congratulations on that
Thank you.
milestone.
Yeah.
That's very impressive. So now, Dean, tell me, what is cybersecurity asset management, and why is it capturing mindshare in cyber now?
It's very interesting that with all the technology and all the focus we have on cybersecurity, there's still a very fundamental problem of going to every CISO or CIO, the people who are in charge of managing the IT and security of organizations, and even if you ask them how many devices are connected to my environment, what are the applications that we have, how many identities do we have, they still have a very hard time finding the answer. And that's because of the proliferation of all the different kinds of form factors, devices, apps, types of connection to the environment now with people working from anywhere. So what's happened is this fragmentation of the computing environment, and we were the leaders in creating this new way of thinking about it called cybersecurity asset management. What we do for organizations is help them really understand all the things that they have connected to their environment and really to make sure they're secure and operational.
Okay, now why don't companies know what's in their infrastructure, and what kind of security risks does that create?
Of course, so computing environments of every organization, just like this great, the New York Stock Exchange, used to be very homogeneous, right? It used to be one type of device in one location with one network and one operating system. And now, as we know, there's dozens of each one of those things that I mentioned. And organizations today have this incredible fragmentation of many, many different silos of data. And what Axonius does is to put all those things together, and without needing anything, any kind of deployment or any kind of lag in time, understand what they have and how to make sure it's secure and fitting their security policy.
Okay, and now Dean, tell me, how should business leaders think of cybersecurity as a competitive advantage?
Yeah, so I love to take the example of a sports car, let's say a Ferrari, right? It's very exciting to drive a very fast car because its engine can go really fast and its handling can go really fast. But what if you had that same speed, but a braking system of a much lower class car, right? Like a Ferrari with a Toyota braking system, you wouldn't want to drive that car, right? That's very unsafe. And that's what cybersecurity is for organizations' digital transformation, right? The more technology we want to utilize to go faster, cybersecurity is that ability to handle that speed in a secure and agile way, right? Maneuvering where you should be going, meeting the right compliance, making sure that you're preventing the right kinds of risks. And I think cybersecurity, now we're seeing every organization is promoting their level of cybersecurity because it builds trust and it builds credibility with your customer base.
All right, well, I like your analogy.
Thank you.
That really explained it.
Yeah.
And thanks for joining me on Floor Talk.
Thank you for having me.